Hello. Hello. Okay. I guess we are live now. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. As you all know, today we will be talking about Flutter and specifically how to integrate Google Maps with Flutter. To do that, we have with us a very experienced speaker, Mr. Dhrumil Shah, and he is a Google developer expert on Flutter and Dart. So, without much ado, let's just go straight to Dhrumil.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I just realized that I was on mute. Welcome on this webinar, and thank you so much, GDG Indore, for inviting me for this session. So today we are going to learn the Google Maps with Flutter. So before we start, I want to introduce you the another guy who is with me. Ta-da! So how many people knows him? Do you know what's the name of this guy? No? Okay, so this is the mascot of Flutter, or you can say Dart, and the name of this is Dash. So let's just get started with the Google Maps with Flutter. So as Adin introduced me, I am a Google developer expert for Flutter and Dart. Apart from that, I also manage GDG Ahmedabad. I am also one of the co-organizer of GDG Ahmedabad. There is a one Twitter handle called Flutterflex that is mine, and I'm the one who is managing that. And I'm working as a senior mobile application developer at a company called High Level. And yes, I work remotely. So yeah, no thanks. Just kidding. So yeah. So as a mobile developer, I need to take care of these two major platforms, which is Android and iOS. Now, and as we know, the other operating system are not that much, into the market. So what we are going to do today is we are focusing on the Google Maps with Flutter with these two platforms. So before we start, I want to let you know that how actually the whole journey started. So in early 2018, I started actually exploring the Flutter. And why I started? Because अपन को जिंदगी में कुछ daring करना था. So as I earlier before that I was working as an Android developer, and then I've been got a chance to become a mobile developer to explore Android and iOS. So I started exploring different technologies, including React Native, and then I came to about Flutter, and I just got in love with the Flutter. And so at that time when I was exploring, it was in the alpha version, and now it has been like full in production, and we can use it, and there's so many apps are there on the live. So from the starting to right now, so from early 18 to like last June 21, I luckily that day was one of the best day in my life, where I got been announced as in GDE by a lady Neela Yaran, who is a developer program manager at a team Flutter. And I was like super happy that the best moment now I can actually have a lot of guys to learn Flutter and whatever I'm exploring. So today, so this whole journey has actually helped to make accessible that I am able to connect to you and able to share the things which I know. So let's start the Google Map integration with Flutter. Okay, so anything we want to integrate in Flutter, what we do, we simply go to pub.dev and we start typing it, right? Because we know the kind of Flutter community is growing. Almost whatever things required, the people are creating the plugin for that. So when I started exploring this Google Map, I did the same thing, right? I just went to pub.dev, right? Google Map, and boom, so many libraries. Now I'm confused that which library I should use. The first one, Google Map Location Picker, Google Map Poly, Google Map Atlas, so many things, right? And very confusing. And I was like, why? It's better to write my own code. And at the time, because this all the libraries, what I was doing, I was going inside, I was reading the documentation. If I found it is something similar, I'm going to implement it. So some of the time I feel like, no, now I don't want to explore anything, because this is like very difficult thing. But the good thing happened that while searching this, I got this plugin, Google Maps Flutter. And this is the one important thing that the pub that they had come up with. So now they are actually putting this library as in verified. So you know that this particular library is built by the flutter.dev and it is the verified. But before we start exploring this, just be careful that currently this Google Maps for Flutter is in developer preview. So that means there can be breaking changes in future. So while using it, please aware of it. So whenever you found or whenever you will find that there are some updates available in this plugin, so whenever you update anything, just be take care of it. Okay, cool. So what we need to do first, simple, just copy this line, put it in your pubstack.yml file. As simple as that, just like any other plugin in the Flutter. Once you do that, next thing you need to do is you need to actually get this API key for Android and iOS. So if you want to integrate both on the both platform using Flutter, so you need to enable both the SDKs, get the key and put it in a Flutter. Let's see how it works. Okay, so first we will set up the Android. So in Android, what we need to do, let me just first go to that particular platform. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen again. Okay, cool. Now, as we know where we will go, we will open this link, this one. We'll go to console. As once you go to console, what you need to do, if you have already created a Google Cloud Platform project, you just need to go and enable those two APIs. But if you don't have any projects, or if you want to create a new project, what you need to do is you need to go in this on the top bar. In the top bar, you have all the project listed. What we will do, we'll create a new project. So here I will type GDG Indore webinar. Okay, so I'll create this project, but yes, it says no. So I'm not searching, I need to create new. So I'll click on this new project. I'll write the name over here, GDG Indore, and okay, it doesn't allow this. So what I'll do, I'll simply type this. Okay. Is my screen sharing is wrong? Okay, sorry, just a moment. Okay. All are able to see the screen now properly? Adin, can you just help me with that? By coming in the stream. Cool. Okay. So what we'll do, so let me just repeat the things. So the link that which I have posted in the my slides, we just click on it. Once we click on it, we'll go to console. Once you go to console, just find in which project you want to integrate or want to enable your Google Maps API. So here, as we are working for a new application, I'll simply go to this drop down on the top. We'll click on it. Here on the right hand side, you can see a button called new project. We'll create a new project, which is GDG Indore webinar. I'll simply click on create. Now, once this will be created, okay, it's showing me that creating GDG Indore webinar project is created. So what I'll do, I'll simply go here and we'll click on it. It's still loading. Okay, I'll click on it. Okay, so now I'm here. Now what I need to do is I need to enable my Google Maps API for Android and iOS. So first I'll go to Android. There is some problem. See, I need to select the GDG Indore, even though it was selected, but yeah, there is some problem. So make sure that you select the proper project and click on enable. Once it will enable, it will redirect you to the main screen. Again, you need to go back to the overview. You need to click on view all APIs. And here we have Maps SDK for iOS. Now I'll go and enable for the iOS also. Now we have enabled our Google Map API for Android and iOS both. Now next thing I need that API key, which I'm going to put in my project. So for that, I need to go to this side menu here, API and services and dashboard. Sorry, not dashboard, API services in credentials. Once I go to credential, make sure you are still into this your project. Now you will click on this create credential, click on API key. Once you click on it, it will give you API key. Just copy that key, close this, and put it in a safe place. Now that API key will actually put over here. So this is the Android manifest.xml file. What you need to do is you need to add this meta tag where the meta and the name the com.google.android.geo.api underscore key, and just put your key that you got from your cloud platform and put it here. So this is the simple for the Android. Now for iOS, what you need to do is for iOS, you need to open your app.delegate.swift file. So as now any new project you will create, it will show with the Swift project. So I haven't considering that .m and .h file. But if you want, you can just simply just Google it, or if you find any problem, just let me know. I'll help you out. So this is app.delegate.swift. Here you need to actually first import the Google Maps, and then you need to write this line gms service.provide key and the API key that we have copied. Now, apart from that, the one more thing you need to do in the iOS is info.plist, you need to add this boolean and make it a true, which is like IO Flutter embedded view preview true. Now, why we need to do this? So the Google Map actually runs its own native views, and the library is written in such a way that you can actually access that native view from Flutter, and then we have that particular Flutter widgets, right? Let's code in Flutter how it will be coded. So it's simple. We have integrated in the pubsec.yml file. We have added the iOS support. We have added the Android support. Now, what we need to do, we need to work on the Flutter code. So in Flutter code, it's very simple. What we need to do, simply we have a Google Map widget. Once you have Google Map widget, you need to write like this 2 lines on map created. This is one callback. So when a map will be created, you will get a callback and you can work over here. And initial camera position. So when your this Google Map will get created, where you actually want to locate. So here you need to pass the camera position widget. In camera position, the camera position accepts the target. In target, we have added the lat and long and the zoom. At what level the zoom you wanted. So currently I have added 10, and the output is look like this. Now, if I want to zoom or if I want to change, what I can do, see, if I want to change the layout of it, there is a one more parameter in Google Map, which is map type. If I want to change it from satellite, I'll simply do it like map.satellite, and it's done. This is as simple as that. So there is a very good speaker called Dhananjay Kumar has said this quote that never trust speaker, ask them to show the code. So what we'll do, we will not just talk, right? We'll do a code also. So let me just show you. Okay, let me just first increase the font size. I hope everyone are able to see the screen now. Okay, so this is our simple blank project where I have a blank scaffold, and that's why you can't see anything over here. Okay, this is simple my material app. Here my main function. In main function, I have passed one my app. My app is a stateless widget which has a material app and the home page. In material app, I have given the title Google Map Flutter demo. In near my homepage, I'm adding a Google Map with Flutter, and I have added the my homepage a stateful widget. Here is stateful widget. We have a blank scaffold, right? Let's just write the code. So here I have added a app bar. Now let's just add. Before I add these things, let me just show you what are the difference that whatever that I have shown to you and that I have added. So if you can see the Google Maps, I have added the Google Maps Flutter library. Apart from this, in the iOS, in my info.plist file, I have added this, and also in my runner, which is my app.delegate.script file, I have added this line. Cool. And also in Android manifest, also we have added this line. So now everything is done. What I'll do, I'll simply add my Google Map. As I have added Google Map, we can see the Google Map over here. Cool, right? Just 3 lines of code and we have a Google Map over here. Awesome. Now I have added the zoom level, but even though it is not showing here, why? Because we need to restart the application. Yes. So when you put the zoom level, it will not hot reload. Now this 25 is very inside the zoom. Let me just come out a bit. So let me reduce from 25 to 15. I have saved it. Let me just restart it and just check. Now it looks proper. Okay. Now as we talked in the slides, that this on map created will give us a one callback, and this callback is returning a one controller. So it has one parameter called controller, which is a type of a Google Map controller. Okay, so to access this Google Map controller outside this, what I have done is I have created my local variable underscore controller, and that local variable been assigned when the map has been created. Okay, just a moment, sorry. Okay, so I got a request to increase the font size. I'm just increasing the font size. Okay, so is it visible now? Okay, let's move forward. So, okay, should I increase the font more? Okay, let me just increase the font more. Okay. I hope now it is visible. Okay, let me just increase one more time. I'm just getting feedback from the. Okay, cool. So now this is how it looks. Let me just rerun this application. Okay, awesome. Okay, let me just close this and rerun this application. Okay, so till now what we have created, we have simply added the Google Map widget. In Google Map, we have the first, the must-have parameter, which is initial camera position. In initial camera position, I have passed one camera position widget. In camera position, it accepts target. Target accepts the Latin long. So I have added the indoors Latin long, and the zoom level is 15. Now I want to actually play with my Google Map camera. So or the Google Map view. So what I did, there is one parameter on map created which gives me a callback, and that callback have the controller object, and I want to access this controller object to play with the Google Map. So now what I'll do, I have added the two action button on the top, as you can see on the right hand side on my app bar. Now on a click on this right button, I want to move to the Ahmedabad location. And on this left button, I want to come back to Indore. So let's just do this. So on right button, I have on press, I have added the controller. As you can see on controller, it has a method called animate camera. So this particular camera, I want to focus on the particular region, so that I can do. So on animate camera, we have a camera update dot new lat long, because I want to navigate from one lat long to another lat long. So what I did is on camera dot update new lat long and the new latitude longitude where I want to focus on. Okay, let me just restart the app and let me just run it. The reason, because I have added this controller over here. Okay, so currently we are in Indore. If I click on it, I should move to Ahmedabad. Ta-da! Yes. So we are in Ahmedabad. Now, if I click on back, it will go back to Indore. So let me just add the code. Okay, so the code is added, and let me just click on back. Yes. So as you can see, this is very simple. So this controller has so many methods, right? Let me just show you some. So controller dot animate camera, get lat long, get screen coordinates, get visible region. So you know that particular region you are able to see. Get zoom level, currently what zoom level is, so that you can change. Hide marker info window. Now what is the info window that I'll cover later? Is marker info window is shown or not? So that is also been covered next. Move camera. If we just want to move camera from one position to another position, we can do that also. So a lot of method, and you can just go and just work on it. It's pretty simple. Okay, so let's just move next. Now the next thing is we want to add is, as we are moving back and forth, but we can't see any marker over here. So to add marker, what I have done is in Google Map, as we have the two parameter, we have the third parameter called markers, and the markers accepts set of markers. So to create this set of markers, what I have done is I have created another local variable called markers, which is a list, and currently it is blank because we don't have any. So what I'm going to do is, when we click on this right button, it should add those marker, and when I click on the left button, it should add the marker for the Indore, and this is for Ahmedabad. Let's just write the code. Okay, so as you can see here, I have added the code of marker.add. So this marker belongs to my local variable. Now in local variable, I'm adding one marker. Now if you can just check here the marker. So marker has the marker ID. So here I'm simply passing ID just for myself, so that whenever I want to access something, I can use this marker ID. So currently I'm passing as an Ahmedabad, and the position which I have already have. So I have passed this location. Okay, let me just restart again, because we have introduced another local state variable over here. So I'm restarting here. Okay, there is, I guess, some problem with my restart. So I will simply run the application again. Okay. So meanwhile, this app is running, is getting built. If anyone have a question, we can take in between. Adin, do we have any questions? Cool. So let me just go back to the code. Yeah, can you just add my screen? Okay. So here we have add a marker. In marker we have a marker ID and the position. So now if I click on this, it should add the marker also. Yes, now we got a marker. But if I go back, we don't have a marker because I haven't added it. Now why into state? Because I'm adding this marker into my state variable, which is like markers, and this marker is pointing to the Google Map markers. If you don't add this code into the state, you will not be able to see the marker in the Ahmedabad location. Okay, let's just add the same marker into the Indore location, and if I go back, it should add the marker. No, because I haven't added this. We need to restart this. Yeah, so sometimes as it is into a developer preview mode, sometimes it will not work in the hot reload. Sometimes it works. So that's why it will be a bit frustrating while working with the Google Maps. And also one more thing, that I am onto the beta channel. So the problem that I am facing, there are high chances that you will not face the such issues, as you are always be on the stable channel of the Flutter. And I always recommend to be on the stable channel until and unless you want to explore something new which is going to come into the stable channel. If you are very very interested into explore the new things before it comes to the market, or actually as in the stable, just simply jump to the dev or master or beta channel, and you are good to go. So let's just go back. Yes, and if I click on back, cool. I have both the pins, but still there is something is missing. What I want to do is when I click on this pin, I want like that window, and that window is known as a info window. So now I will add an info window in the Andaman location. I have added the title and the snippet. Okay, let me just click on this and let me just try whether it works or not. Okay, no. Okay, again restart required. Okay, and it should work now. Yes. So Kem Cho Loco, how are you guys? Cool. And let's just go to the another window, Indore, and if I save it and go back, Indore. So as you can see, this is how the whole Google map is. Now there are a lot of properties as we discussed, and the controller, which you can actually explore, where the show marker info window is true or false, where the show marker info window is actually taking the marker ID, this marker ID that we are passing. So that you know whether this particular marker window is open or not. So this is how simple the Google Map itself is an integration. So that's how it all works. And let me just go back to my slides. So I hope you like this, the whole demo and a small workshop kind of thing, where we have integrated the whole Google Map from scratch, where we have the two locations. You can actually add the locations. You can manipulate your camera from one to another end, right? And after learning all this thing and after finding this, I hope everyone are feeling like this. Hey, chant hai apun. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it from my. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere. If you find any problem, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter and LinkedIn. I'm more active on those platforms, and this is my ID, which is Duma1981. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. So yeah, so we are open to take Q&A if anyone have any question. Else, stay safe, guys. Thank you for joining.
Thanks a lot, Zurmil, for being a speaker today. And I hope everyone really enjoyed your session. And truly, I followed it as well. It was very knowledgeable, very insightful, and I really learned a lot from you. And I can definitely say that the experience was shared by all of the audience as well. If there are any questions, we would definitely reach out to you. And let's just wait for a few minutes to see if there are any questions. And
Sure.
once again, thanks a lot for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for the the invitation and for giving me this opportunity.
Thanks to you as well for accepting and joining us. I guess we have one question from Tushar. He's asking, is this a good time to try out Flutter Web?
So yes, so as we know that the Flutter Web in the last week itself, the Flutter team has announced some major updates for the Flutter for Web, but it has not been yet released. So might be this week they might release all the announcements that they have made. So yeah, you can try, and that can be a good thing which you will come to know. So yeah, there is one comment I can see is from Muluadam. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hi Muluadam from GDG Bahir.
Okay, so it's nice. We have a worldwide audience now, right? Uh,
Cool.
okay, I guess
Okay.
that's it. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to all the audience as well for being with us today. And okay, stay safe, everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much. Bye everyone.